Summer heat does not mean your garden has to slow down. In fact, for the right vegetables, the hottest part of the year can be the beginning of their best performance. While lettuce turns bitter, spinach bolts, and some tomato plants stop setting fruit, other crops are perfectly prepared to take advantage of warm soil, long sunny days, and high temperatures. The secret is not fighting summer, but choosing plants that are built for it. Some of these vegetables are familiar favorites that simply need better care in hot weather, while others can completely replace cool season greens when temperatures climb. So if your garden looks tired in the middle of summer, do not give up yet. Here are 15 heat-tolerant vegetables that can help keep your garden green, productive, and full of fresh food. Starting at number 15 is Swiss chard. When spinach has bolted and lettuce begins losing its flavor, Swiss chard can keep producing attractive leaves with red, yellow, orange, or white stems. It is not as heat-loving as okra or amaranth, but it is considerably more resilient than many cool season greens. Keep the soil fertile, loose, and consistently moist, and use straw, dry leaves, or compost as mulch to slow evaporation and protect the roots from intense heat. In extremely hot areas, morning sun with some afternoon shade can help keep the leaves tender. The best part is that you do not need to harvest the whole plant. Pick the larger outer leaves while leaving the center growing point untouched, and the plant can continue producing fresh leaves throughout summer. Bright lights varieties are especially attractive, while white stem types can be excellent when productivity is your priority. At number 14, zucchini proves that summer abundance can sometimes become a very good problem. Just 1 or 2 healthy plants can produce more fruit than a family expects. Zucchini loves warm soil and full sun, but it also needs regular moisture and successful pollination. If female flowers develop a tiny fruit that turns yellow and drops, poor pollination may be responsible. During hot, rainy, or insect-poor periods, you can hand-pollinate by transferring pollen from a newly opened male flower to the center of a female flower in the morning. Water deeply at the base instead of repeatedly wetting the large leaves, because constantly damp foliage can encourage powdery mildew. Harvest zucchini while the fruits are young and glossy, because frequent picking encourages the plant to keep producing. Number 13 is sweet corn, and here the biggest secret is not simply heat, it is pollination. Corn relies on wind to move pollen from the tassels to the silks, with each silk connected to an individual kernel. That is why several short rows planted together usually produce fuller ears than one long, narrow row. Keep the plants well watered, especially when tassels, silks, and ears are developing, because drought at this stage can cause small ears and missing kernels. Mulch helps preserve moisture and reduce competition from weeds. When the silks turn brown but the husks remain green, test a kernel. If it releases a milky liquid, the corn is generally ready. Harvest close to mealtime because fresh sweet corn begins losing its sweetness soon after picking. At number 12, collard greens show why not every cabbage relative dislikes summer. Unlike broccoli or heading cabbage, collards produce open leaves instead of forming a tight head, allowing them to continue growing during warmer weather. Give them fertile soil, steady moisture, and mulch, and in very hot regions, some afternoon shade can help maintain tender leaves. Harvest the outer leaves first while protecting the central growing point, and the plant can keep producing for months. As temperatures cool, collards may continue into autumn, and light frost can even make the leaves sweeter. Number 11 is eggplant, a vegetable that rewards patience. If planted into cold soil, it may sit still for weeks, but once the soil, air, and nights become warm, it can suddenly take off, producing large leaves, purple flowers, and glossy fruits. Use fertile, well-drained soil and avoid removing too much healthy foliage because those leaves protect developing fruit from sunscald. Keep moisture consistent. Stake the plant early if heavy fruits could bend its branches, and harvest while the skin remains firm and glossy. Cut the stem with pruners instead of pulling the fruit, because pulling can damage branches carrying future fruit. Number 10 is sweet potato, a crop that quietly works underground while its vines spread above the soil. It needs genuinely warm soil, so planting too early can delay root development. Sweet potatoes are usually grown from slips and perform best in loose, well-drained soil without excessive nitrogen. Too much nitrogen can create impressive vines while reducing storage root production. The vines can act like living mulch, helping shade the soil and suppress weeds, while young leaves and vine tips can also be harvested in moderation. Choose early varieties in short-season areas, and after digging the roots, cure them in warm, dry, well-ventilated conditions to improve their storage quality and sweetness. Number 9 is cucumber, a fast-growing summer crop that can cover a trellis while still producing disappointing fruit if pollination or watering is poor. Early flowers are often male, while female flowers have a tiny cucumber behind them. If that young fruit turns yellow and drops, poor pollination or stress may be the cause. Encourage bees and other pollinators, remove protective covers when flowering begins, and keep the shallow root zone consistently moist. Mulch helps prevent drought stress, while trellising improves air circulation and keeps fruits cleaner and easier to harvest. Pick cucumbers regularly before they become oversized and yellow, because mature seeds can cause the plant to slow production. Number 8 is vegetable amaranth, one of the most useful hot weather greens for gardeners who are tired of watching spinach disappear. Amaranth thrives under heat and strong sunlight and can provide tender leaves when many cool season greens struggle. Scatter its tiny seeds over prepared soil, cover them lightly, keep them moist during germination, and thin crowded seedlings. Once plants reach roughly 8 to 12 inches, harvest the young tips to encourage branching and repeated growth. Frequent cutting keeps the leaves tender, and some plants can even be left to mature for grain, giving you multiple harvest possibilities from one crop. Number 7 is winter squash, despite its misleading name. It actually loves warm summer conditions. It is called winter squash because properly cured fruits can be stored through the colder months. Varieties such as butternut, acorn, delicata, and pumpkins need time to mature fully on the vine. Give them space, strong support if lighter fruits are grown vertically, and dry material beneath ground-growing fruits to reduce contact with wet soil. Pollination is essential, so protect the bees while flowers are open. Water deeply, and harvest when the skin becomes hard and difficult to scratch and the stem begins drying. Number 6 is hot pepper. Peppers love warmth, but extreme heat, dry soil, and hot nights can still cause flowers to fall. Many smaller hot pepper varieties handle summer better than large bell peppers and can continue producing for a long period. Start them early in short-season climates, avoid excessive nitrogen once flowering begins, and maintain consistent moisture. Healthy foliage protects peppers from sunscald, so do not remove too many leaves. Harvest green peppers for a sharper flavor or allow them to fully ripen for richer color, aroma, and sweetness. Number 5 is New Zealand spinach, which is not true spinach but performs the job that ordinary spinach cannot do in summer. While regular spinach quickly bolts in heat, New Zealand spinach grows strongly through warm weather. Its spreading stems can be cut repeatedly, and removing 4 to 6 inches of growing tip encourages new side shoots. Soak its hard-coated seeds before planting or start them indoors, then provide loose soil and steady moisture for tender leaves. Its strength is not one enormous harvest, but a long series of smaller harvests throughout the hottest months. Number 4 is tomatillo, a vigorous summer plant recognized by its unusual papery husks. It needs warmth, sun, space, and good drainage, and it is important to plant at least 2 because most varieties need cross-pollination from another plant to produce reliably. Give the branches support before they become heavy, avoid excessive nitrogen, and maintain consistent moisture. Fruits are ready when they fill the husk and the papery covering begins to split or fade. Their bright, tart flavor makes them excellent for salsa, sauces, roasted dishes, and stews. Number 3 is the heat-tolerant cherry tomato. Tomatoes love warmth, but extreme daytime temperatures combined with hot nights can interfere with pollen and cause flowers to drop without setting fruit. Smaller cherry tomatoes and varieties bred for hot climates often recover more reliably than giant-fruited types. Keep the roots deeply and consistently watered, mulch the soil, and avoid removing excessive foliage because leaves protect fruit from sunscald. If a heat wave temporarily stops fruit production, do not immediately add more fertilizer. Keep the plant healthy and wait for better temperatures. Number 2 is Malabar spinach, a tropical climbing vine that seems to come alive when summer arrives. Its thick, glossy leaves and rapidly growing vines make it ideal for small gardens because it uses vertical space instead of spreading across the ground. Install a sturdy trellis early, keep the soil fertile and consistently moist, and harvest the tender tips regularly to encourage branching. Young leaves work well in soups, stews, stir-fries, and fresh dishes, while red stem varieties can make a vegetable trellis look almost ornamental. And finally, at number 1, we have okra, the vegetable that seems to become more productive as summer becomes more intense. Okra needs warm soil, warm nights, sunlight, consistent moisture, and regular harvesting. Soaking the seeds overnight can improve germination, while compact early varieties are useful in shorter seasons. Once established, okra grows strongly, producing hibiscus-like flowers followed by pods that can become tough surprisingly fast. Check the plants every day or two during peak production and harvest pods while they are young and tender. Mulch helps conserve moisture, and gloves may be useful because some varieties have irritating hairs. Most importantly, do not leave too many mature pods on the plant, because the plant will begin directing energy toward seeds instead of new flowers and pods. After looking at all 15 vegetables, one thing becomes clear. Summer is not the end of the gardening season. It is simply a change of strategy. You do not need to grow every crop on this list. Start with 2 or 3 that match your climate, available space, and family's needs. Use trellises for Malabar spinach and cucumbers, containers for cherry tomatoes, and larger garden areas for sweet potatoes, winter squash, or corn. Remember that heat tolerance does not automatically mean drought tolerance. Even the toughest summer vegetables need reliable moisture during flowering, fruit development, and root formation. Deep watering, mulch, good soil, and regular harvesting can make an enormous difference. So, which of these 15 heat-loving vegetables would you grow first? If you have already grown one, share your best summer harvest in the comments and tell us what gardening topic you want to see next. If this guide helped you, like the video and subscribe for more practical gardening tips. With the right crops and the right care, even the hottest days can become some of the most productive days in your garden.